Well, hello everybody, this is DearMamaSal on a wet, extremely wet Wednesday morning. As you can tell, I've got the raincoat on and ready for rain. It's 12 degrees here in southern British Columbia, which would make it 53 in American, and on the ongoing saga of the squeaky windshield wipers, I thought I would just give everybody my latest tip of the day and what I've discovered, in case anybody else needs that information. As you know, it's a really good idea to start by really cleaning your windshield and your wipers, and we've done a video on that in the past. But even so, I found that my windshield wipers, after a while, started to squeak again. And then I asked myself, maybe my windscreen gets dirty that quickly, and that's why they start to squeak again. Maybe in today's, pollution, there's that much gunge getting attracted onto my windshield. So what I've been doing recently is, when I start the car and I'm just turning my car over at the same time, like this morning it was obviously raining, so I gave my windshield a really good wash. Instead of just giving it one squirt of the liquid in the reservoir in my car, I gave it one and let it work, and then gave it another one, let it work, and then gave it another one, until my windshield wipers stopped sounding strange. And I don't know if you can hear them now, but this is the difference. So if you've got squeaky windshield wipers, use more windshield wiper fluid. And if you want to know how to make your own, Google it. So it's a nice, simple fix, and I actually going to probably go back to my original video and add on a comment, because it certainly makes a difference in my life. And you know I need that because I'm vlogging. So what sort of day did you all have? I hope you had a good one. Yesterday I talked about the baby steps of getting fit. And I'm pleased to report that I did over 6,000 steps yesterday, which, considering I got up late, was excellent. So I was really happy with that. And I'm definitely on my way to 6,500 steps a day. And I can feel it now when I'm at work, where if I sit for more than half an hour at work, I can feel it. And so I'm trying to make sure that I don't do that for very often. And what I do is, I've got quite a long building, and I go out, get off my butt, get out of my office and walk the hallway and back. Not outside, just walk the hallway and back about every hour if I can. And what that does is it keeps putting about 200 steps on every time I do it. So the other thing I've done, and some of you will understand this, is I've split my day up into quarters. And so I know by lunchtime I should be up to about so many steps. And if I'm not, I need to do something extra. And then I know that by 3 o'clock I should be at this level, and by the time I go home I should be at this level. And if I've done that, then it makes it pretty easy for me to get to my goal. So think about that. Think about splitting your day up. I actually try and work on getting half of my steps in by about 1 o'clock. So whatever 50% is of your goal, try and get it in by 1 o'clock. Now, depending obviously how your day is. Some people have more active mornings than they do evenings or afternoons. I personally like to get the bulk of it done in the morning because that's sort of how my work day is as well. And I'm inclined to sit and do more repetitive stuff in the afternoon. I'm putting out fires normally in the morning. So let me know how that works for you. I'm also interested to know how many of you have started keeping track in whatever way, and whether you're finding it interesting. Do you need a buddy? Because I certainly have found having Ange as a buddy has helped me a great deal. By the way that we do it is we will text each other, but at either the front or the end of the text we'll just put in how many steps we're at. We don't make a big deal of it. And so you can sort of look at it and go, oh, that's above average for her. She's putting on a bit of a spurt today. I better get my butting gear. Now, it's not a competition. I'm not trying to beat Ange at any time. That's not what it is, because I think the important thing is that we need to be competitive with ourselves, not with somebody else in this. But I am happy with the progress. And somewhere along the line, I can't help but feeling that eventually this is going to show on my body. In other words, eventually I'm going to get fit enough that it's going to start affecting my weight. I guess I am down 3 pounds, but quite honestly, I'm in this yo-yo state where I take off 3 and I put on 3 and I take off 3 and I put on 3. So the good news was in the last week I didn't put on anything. I actually held at the weight, which is unusual. So I was very happy with that. I'm just looking at how wet this is, and it is very wet today. And I've just watched a guy who's out there collecting garbage off the boulevard, and you're going, you poor thing, he must be drenched. I'm glad I don't have that job. I've just realized that I've been driving and not saying anything. I've been busy processing in my mind something that happened this morning. I was just about to leave, and I got into a conversation, and somebody said to me, well, they have to do X, Y, and Z. And I, without thinking, said, you choose to. Because I believe as an adult, we choose to do things, not that we have to. Now, you can say, I have to be at the doctor's appointment at 8 o'clock, but, you also choose to do that. It's, and I understand the consequences of you not being there may be difficult, but I just, without thinking, automatically, when I hear somebody say I have to, or I must, or you must, or you have to, and I go, no, I don't have to. I may choose to, but I don't have to. So anyway, as it was, apparently it was too early in the morning for me to make that comment, because it was deemed to be a criticism, and I wasn't criticizing at all. I was just going, yeah, you choose to do that. And that rubbed the person up the wrong way. And I realized somewhere that this is not my stuff. Because then it was said, no, but I was told that I have to be there. And I said, well, you still choose to. But it was seen that it was a negative, and I didn't mean it that way at all. It was just, my reaction to it. So I was sort of processing as I was driving, which was why I wasn't talking. And you wouldn't know that because I've edited it out, but I am well aware that a comment like that I'm more aware now, can really upset somebody without you actually meaning it. I was actually didn't mean it in a judgmental way at all. It was just, it automatically, when I hear the word have to, I respond with choose to. And so I guess because in my mind, I got so fed up with people telling me what I have to do as an adult. I might have had to do that as a child, but I sure as heck don't have to do it now. I am aware of the consequences, and therefore I make a choice. So, a little bit upsetting. Because I certainly didn't mean to offend, which means I will need to send a note on that, because I'm only responsible for my behavior, right? Not somebody else's reaction to it. But if what I said hurt or offended, then I need to make sure that they know that was not my intent. And it was funny because they said, well, you're obviously angry about it. I said, I'm not angry about it at all. I just said choose to, not have to. And then it got into almost an argument. And I'm going, what happened? So now I need to choose to let this go before I get to the office, which is not very far away. And not let it ruin my day. So I'm going to do what I can when I get to the office, which is to send a note of apology and just make sure that my intent was clear. And just say I'm sorry that they heard it a different way, because it was not the intent. No, that would be blaming. Not going to do it that way. I will just say it was definitely not my intent. He just automatically responded, which was the truth. I automatically respond when I hear have to. I automatically respond with the words choose to. And I've done it for the longest time. And I guess to do it that time of the morning didn't go down well. Oh well. Sad. Very sad. Just saw a little kid in its new rain outfit. So cute. I admire people that can look pretty in the rain. By the way, one of the things I always think about the rain is, it's just rain. It's, it's not going to, it's not going to kill you. Now, if it's driving sleet and it can cut into your face, yes, that can hurt. But if it's just rain, it's really not that bad, unless it's torrential where it could really mess up your hair. But if it's your average sort of drizzle, which we got here today, they're really only a few steps between my front door and my car. I don't really need an umbrella. Right? I just need to walk slowly and safely and get to my car. It's not going to mess my hair. Now, if it's driving rain, it could, in which case I might consider it. But I'm amazed how many people, will go to all that effort just for a couple of drips of rain. And the same thing when I hit the other end. When I park my car, I have a few steps between getting out of my car and getting under cover, and I always gauge it and go, how heavy is the rain? No, it's not going to do me a lot of harm. I'm just going to walk in the rain. So remember your choices today, and remember that most of our happiness or sadness revolves around how we react to things. I now have to, although the reaction I got was unfortunate, I now need to not hold on to that. I need to let it go and enjoy my day. Now, the reason that I may feel like holding on to it because that's a friend that happened with. And we don't like that. And then if you think about it, that if I hold on to that, that would be guilt. Don't want to do that. Alright, so the trick is be responsible for my side, make sure they know that wasn't the intent. If they want to believe it was, that's their right. And I think when I really think about it, what triggered me on it was that I was told that I was angry when I wasn't. So by the time that conversation had finished, I was. Isn't that weird? I didn't start angry. But there's somewhere along the line I managed to get angry with the fact that I wasn't angry. It's like, no, I'm not. And then I realized I wasn't going to win, because you never do in those situations. So, yeah, I just needed to get out of the way. It would be easier. This is DearMamaSal saying, have a great day. Make choices. Make choices that work for you. Be accountable. Look after one another, but of course, most of all, remember to look after yourself. Bye-bye for now.